because of the psychology, our psychology trying to protect us, no way out. And that is not true, actually. In the fact, the true fact is that practice, or you cannot try because you cannot be wrong. You have to be right, but you cannot be right unless you practice being wrong. I can communicate 100% what I want to communicate with. In fact, as a human being, all of us are capable to learn a new language at any time of our life. Do you know why children learn a new language? I mean, their first language 100% of the time. I had a desire to study abroad, and do you know why doubts slow you or us down? So one of the things to prepare your mind is to eliminate all the doubts that you might have, that you don't even realize that you have, right? A lot of us will fall into that situation because of the psychology, our psychology trying to protect us. All things happen, emotion and the thoughts and everything happens based on our evolutionary psychology, right? We are evolved as survival machine, and human being, we all behave and have an emotion, and like those thinkings go around because of the psychology. And psychology is only doing one thing, to protect us. But evolution, the speed of evolution is kind of slower than how today's world is changing, so it's not catching up. So in order to avoid the negative influences from our natural psychology, we gotta learn and we gotta know our psychology and why we think and why we feel things the way we think and feel, right? And then the doubt is one of the things that we still hold it. It's really actually sad fact, that our psychology, our brain is trying to protect us. At least it think, right? But actually it's damaging our potential, damaging our opportunities. And so one of the things to prepare our mind in order to succeed anything, and in this case learning Spanish language, is the same thing, same deal. We need to eliminate all the doubts that we can acquire a new language. In fact, as a human being, all of us are capable to learn a new language at any time of our life, right? As long as our mind is conditioned. And do you know why children learn a new language? I mean, their first language 100% of the time? Because they don't have a doubt, okay? And they utilize their capacity at full, with their full engagement and no doubt, right? Full belief, full faith. That's what we gotta have. And that is a game changer. If we have that, it's like almost guaranteed. The method or the way to learn comes later. But this is actually in what I want to teach you, what I want to tell you, one of three things. And the mindset is very important. And within the mindset, what I want to really, address a couple of things. But one of the things is doubt. We cannot have doubts, right? We cannot maintain doubts for ourselves, because, I used to be there. So that's why I'm talking about this, because, how could I learn English as a second language and speak like a native speaker, right? Even though I had a desire, right? I had a desire to study abroad, and I get the degree in the United States, and then so forth. I had a dream, yet I had so much doubt in myself, right? That slowed me down, right? And oftentimes, if you don't have, I was in the situation that I put myself in the States already, United States, so I had to live with it, with doubts, right? So it was a little bit complicated situation, but I was lucky that I had no way out. That's why I came, to this point where I am. But it took long. Why? Because I had doubt, right? Doubt in myself. And doubt really slow me down. Do you know why doubt slow you or us down? Because we're gonna stop taking actions, right? We are survival machines. So if we have doubt, we naturally, like these things, try to not to waste any energy, right? If it doesn't believe. So if you don't believe fully from your heart, from bottom of your heart, then you're not gonna be an executing machine, right? You're gonna be basically conclude to stop everything that you need to go through this path, because your brain thinks that's waste of energy. And that is not true, actually. In the fact, the true fact is that we can learn any language at any point of our life, because I concluded to this conclusion because I've done it. Like I used to be like one of a self-doubter. And when I was, I think it was when I was 37, I decided to speak Spanish language, and I did it, and very quickly compared to how long it took for me to learn and master the English language. I mean, when I say master, I can communicate 100% what I want to communicate with. I'm not a professor of the language, so don't get confused and don't be picky on those things that I have grammatical errors here and there. That's not the point. If I can convey and communicate with people for 100%, that is the goal, okay? And if we want to become professor, and we go that route, but that's not the most purpose of most of people for learning language. So and if you stuck in this thoughts, actually that will stop you to try things and then practice things, because you cannot practice or you cannot try because you cannot be wrong. You have to be right, but you cannot be right unless you practice being wrong. So being wrong is not really meaning being wrong. It's only the process. So this is the most important thing. So I just wanted to talk about the doubt, because this is one of the core things that I want to keep talking about, which is preparing mindset. Because if we have mind prepared, it's almost like 100% guarantee that we go through the process that we need to go through, just like every single child. So this is the secret. So I hope this makes sense. This made sense. But anyways, eliminate all the doubts you might have, because oftentimes you don't even realize it, because it's blinded, tricked by our psychology, right? Psychology trying to take control of us to protect us, which is not protecting a lot of time.